Lesson 2 with the Alfred's Basic Adult Piano Course Level 1. Lesson 2, beginning on page 12. Right hand, C position. So if you remember from Lesson 1, you had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and it just goes up and down, identical. So we're going to take the right hand today and find what's called C position. That's where your right hand thumb, remember your thumbs are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your thumb is going to go on C, and we can find C because it's the left white note just before the group of 2 black notes. That's C. So we're going to put your right hand thumb on C. And one thing to notice is this is called middle C because it is the C most closest to the middle of the piano. If you have a brand name or emblem or something on your piano or keyboard, this is middle C. Some electronic pianos have a little arrow right above it that says C4 because it's the 4th C on the piano. So there's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So the notes are going to be written on what's called the musical staff. And for the right hand, the most common staff that we see for piano is the treble clef. It's the treble staff, and it has 5 lines, and in between those lines makes 4 spaces. If you notice on the book, we're looking at page 12. I'm in the middle. It says middle C is written on a short line. That's called a ledger line. It's the same as the lines. It's just below or above the 5 lines that make up the staff. So D is written in the space just below the staff, and then each next note higher goes on the next line or space. Right hand warm-up. Play the following warm-up. Say the name of each note aloud as you play. Repeat until you can play smoothly and evenly. As the notes go higher on the keyboard, they are written higher on the staff. So when you look at the musical staff, notes that are higher on those groups of 5 lines are higher on the piano. Notes that are lower on the groups of 5 lines, the musical staff, are lower on the piano. Left, lower, right, higher. Higher, lower on the music. So remember, right hand thumb on middle C. And we're going to use fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's going to go C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G. Now this one starts on finger 5, which is a G, and that was your pinky. If you're having trouble, look in the middle of the page. On the right hand side, the note of each letter name is tied from the piano to the musical staff, so you can make the correlation. C, D, F, G, C, D, E, F, G. That was the first line on the bottom of the page. Going to the next line on the bottom of the page, it starts G. And it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. G, F, E, D, C. G, F, E, D, C. Line 3 starts on C, C, D, E, F, G, but doesn't go back to C. It starts on G, so you have G 2 times in the middle. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. So music is made up of short tones and long tones. We write these tones in notes. and we measured their lengths by counting. The combination of notes into patterns is called rhythm. We have something called the quarter note. It's a short note in duration, and it's considered to be counted for one beat or one pulse of the music. I like to think of quarter notes and half notes as quarters and half dollars, because you have a whole dollar and we have a whole note. And the whole note is 4 counts long. The half note is 2 counts long, just like a half dollar is 50 cents. But 50 cents is also 2 quarters. And if I take 2 quarters and divide that in half, which is a half note, I get a quarter note. 1 beat or 1 pulse or 1 count for a quarter note. Half notes get held longer, twice as long, for 2 beats or 2 pulses or 2 counts. And whole notes, which is twice as long as a half note, get held for 4 beats or pulses or counts. Now, if you look in the middle of the page, it also talks about measures and bar lines. So measures are just units of measurement or small separations of music that all get the same number of counts or beats or pulses. And the bar lines are just little lines that separate the music into those measures. See, we have the 4 quarter notes here, and a quarter note gets counted for 1 beat. So you'd have 1, 1, 1, 1. And then there's a bar line. That doesn't mean stop playing. It's just a visual marker for you to see. So we have quarter note, half note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, half note, half note. Now, we have to, it says clap or tap the following rhythm. Clap once for each note, counting aloud. Notice how the bar lines divide the music into measures of equal duration. So, you have 4 quarter notes that adds up to 4 beats or 4 pulses or 4 counts. Then you have 2 quarter notes. We're going to say that's 1 beat for each. And then a half note, which we already said is worth 2. That adds up to 4. Then you have 4 quarter notes again. We know that adds up to 4. Then you have a half note, which is 2, and another half note, which is 2. So to clap this line in the middle of page 13, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, Ode to Joy. It's the theme from Beethoven's 9th Symphony. Clap or tap the rhythm evenly, counting aloud. Play and sing the finger numbers or say. Play and count. Play and sing or say the note names. Those are all the things that you have to practice. And a good thing to do now is pause the video and try doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then unpause the video, and I'm going to now demonstrate the proper way. Starting with your middle finger on E. Remember, E is the right note or the note after the groups of 2 black notes. E, middle finger. So this song, Ode to Joy, is... I'm playing the wrong song. This song, Ode to Joy, sounds like this. Once you've practiced it, you can play it a little faster. pay very close attention to the end of line 1 and the end of line 2. If you are familiar with this song, the original version, you're going to want to play this at the end of the line. Long, short, long. And that is not what is written. What is written in this book is E, D, D, or 3, 2, 2. Not 3, 2, 2, or E, D, D. That longer one followed by a short one followed by a long one is the original way Beethoven wrote it, but that's not the arrangement that's in this book, and we have to make sure we are playing what we see, not what we think we remember. On page 14 and 15 in the book, they want you to practice drawing the treble clef sign by tracing existing ones and then drawing your own. And then name all the notes in the right hand. So I'm going to go through. You should pause the video now and fill out all the little boxes on page 14 and 15 and play them, because I'm going to go through and name each one and then play it. So pause the video. Alright, so hopefully you've practiced. Starting with the line number 4 on the bottom of page 14. The notes are C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. Like the exercise we played on the bottom of page 12, it's very, very similar, except for the G, our finger 5, our pinky, is not repeated in the middle on the bottom of 14. So line number 4, the bottom of page 14. Going on to line number 5, the top of 15. C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, G, E, C. Line 6 on page 15. D, F, D, F, F, D, D, F, D, F, D. Line 7 on page 15, C, E, D, F, E, G, E, F, D, E, C. Now, this one is not the same. Well, it's not we forgot to cover a double bar. The double bar is the thin bar line like we've already seen, and a thicker one right after it. And that just means the end. It's our musical period. It means stop here. So if you look at line 7 on page 15, that first line has a double bar line. So that means that line is over. This is a new exercise, but it's not numbered. So I'm doing the second line of 7 on page 15. G, E, F, D, E, C, E, D, F, E, G. And line number 8, when a note repeats on the same line or space, the note is repeated on the keyboard. So here we have repeated notes. C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, G, G. And it says, above each note on this page, write the finger number used to play it in right hand C position. Play all the notes on this page in right hand C position. And that is the conclusion of Lesson 2. Page 12. Page 13. Page 14. Page 15.